Is it on?
It's on.
Yeah.
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch comes up with an idea to steal Christmas. He wants to take all the presents and every decoration from the houses. It was 1:15 on. All the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze when he packed up his sleigh. He packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do, the Grinch said. But then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
While we may not be in Whoville, the message still rings loud. Christmas is not about the presents, the food, or the time off of work and school. It's about putting aside any issues, coming together as a community, and celebrating the birth of Jesus, embracing the exact reasons he was sent down. You hear it all the time. The Christmas spirit, the spirit of Jesus Christ, brings together communities.
Jesus tells us himself in John chapter 12, verse 45 to 46. The one who looks at me is seeing the one who sent me. I've come into the world as a light, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness. Jesus was born to bring life, light, and peace to a world filled with darkness, death, and sin. Christmas is a reminder to magnify the light and life of Jesus within our own lives, embracing what many people call the Christmas spirit, the spirit of Jesus.
If you were to ask me what my favorite gift I ever received was, I would have your answer in a heartbeat. At age 7, I received my first guitar. I had been begging my parents to let me have one, creating slideshows and telling them that if they ever bought me a guitar, I could become a famous rock star and buy them a mansion. Oh, and also Taylor Swift playing guitar may have had a small part in it. And for some reason, I guess these were the points that convinced them because I was given a small Taylor guitar for Christmas that year. My parents decided to put me in lessons, which at age 7 was not my most favorite thing in the world, because what 7-year-old likes to be told what to do? But looking back, I'm glad they had started me so early, because I would have had absolutely no clue what I was doing. From age 7 to 10, I continued to practice, eventually reaching the point where I was familiar enough with the chords to play my favorite songs and fingerpick a bit. Despite my excitement for guitar, I lacked the passion. The passion didn't really start to kick in until about 6th grade on my first fall retreat with Matt Up. I had known Matt most of my life, but hadn't gotten to see his connection with music truly until I had joined youth group and got to see it firsthand. Walking into my first retreat, I really had no idea what to expect. Despite having an older brother who had been through it several times, all I had ever heard was that we pretty much spent all day, every day outside, and something about some bird called a snipe. What I didn't expect was the amount of music we'd be playing and listening to. I absolutely loved it. At the end of every day, we would come together around a bonfire, Matt on the guitar and Patty on the buckets, and everyone would sing together as the sun went down. Some incredible singers, some missing every single note. We all worshiped together. I got home that weekend and immediately picked up my guitar, having realized the immediate peace it had brought me over the weekend. What I had begun to realize is that I was not just gifted a guitar, I was gifted my own way to connect with God and experience His light. A way to feel His presence, to go out and share it with the rest of the world. We talk about music being a universal language, a way to communicate emotion without needing to speak the same language. A connection reminding us of our shared humanity despite our differences. Much like music, God's light is also a universal language, a way for everyone to connect, regardless of language barriers or differences in opinion. God's light is unconditional, no matter how it is shared. It is unwavering and will continue to shine bright. I urge you to find your source of God's light, to find the thing that not only strengthens your connection with Him, but also your family, friends, and strangers that enter your life.
For me, remembering the light of God is not just about going to church every week or donating money to a cause you support. It includes being intentional with your actions and time throughout the week, not just on Sundays. It's not just about giving money or being a good citizen. It's about thinking beyond yourself and volunteering time to make a connection within your community and to make a difference. By connecting with those in the community, I feel like I am able to fully magnify what I believe to be the light of Jesus in my own life. One of my favorite service opportunities in recent years was serving at the Common Ground Free Store in Delaware, Ohio. During this service, we were in charge of helping to run a special Christmas free store that was being implemented. It allowed struggling parents to sign up and come in to get a couple of free toys or other gifts for their kids so they could wake up on Christmas to presents. Here, when actually interacting with the people you are helping, you see just how much you can make a difference. While helping people at this Common Ground Free Store, I remember one individual in particular. A mom came up to me and asked if we had any Transformer gifts, specifically a certain character's action figure. After helping her look around for about 10 minutes, I finally found something. Not only was it Transformers, but it was the exact action figure she had been previously looking for. The happiness that this brought her, being able to provide her kid the exact gift he wanted, is what the Christmas Free Store was all about. It was about allowing everybody to have the best holiday they could, living in the light of Jesus. Another similar opportunity I had the chance to be a part of was Family Promise. Family Promise is one of the nation's leading organizations that works to prevent and end family homelessness. They work towards homelessness prevention, emergency shelter, stabilization, and housing. On top of this, they also work to provide meals for those they shelter. During my service, we worked towards cooking, preparing, and ultimately serving these meals to those being helped by Family Promise. And the time spent making the meal with other people serving with me is what really started to open my eyes. It allowed for all of us to talk about why we wanted to help out with this opportunity and share conversations to lighten up our own days. During this time, I realized that while helping to prepare the meal and drive it over to the Family Promise house was great, it was the actual service and serving of the food that was important. When the food was ready, it was not just the meals that we were serving. We were having conversations and doing something that these people appreciated and enjoyed. We were serving with that food the spirit and the light of Jesus, doing something to make these people's day. It was the community we were helping to build and advance at Family Promise that was the real impact, bringing the light of God with us throughout the meals.
We see so many examples of God's light during the season of Christmas without even giving them a second glance. We decorate our porches, our trees, our homes with thousands of tiny lights. We light candles to celebrate each week of Advent. We even share light here during the Christmas Eve service as we sing Silent Night and pass our light on to those around us.
Remembering and magnifying the light of Jesus comes in many different ways. Everyone will be completely different in how they themselves experience and remember the light of God in their own lives. It may not always be participating in service opportunities, finding yourself through song, or gathering the whole community around a Christmas tree for caroling like the Who's down in Louisville. Everyone has their own way to recognize and remember the light of God and why Jesus was sent down onto earth, to fill our world and with people with light, life, and peace. Leaving today, we challenge you not only to remember and celebrate the light of Jesus Christ during these holiday times, but also to reflect this light of Jesus into the new year.
Carry with you the reason Jesus came down onto this earth, why he was born on Christmas Day over 2,000 years ago. In the words of Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in